And now the great debate over the proposition that the U.S. government purchase of shares of vital industries is inconsistent with and puts in jeopardy America's long-standing effective economic principles. I'll take both sides of the debate because only the argument matters, not who's making it. We'll start the first round with the side opposed to the resolution. Thank you. I'm afraid our national security requires that we make strategic investments in critical industries such as chips and rare earth that are essential to our national defense. If not, we're going to fall behind China, and that could be very dangerous. Unfortunately, when the government owns all or even part of industries, politics can and usually does override market incentives, and that leads to misallocation of capital that reduces the efficiency of the producers, and that puts our future in even more danger. Sorry, but the world has changed, and China now uses massive state support to dominate those industries. If we don't respond in kind, we're going to end up being dependent on China for those materials. Yes, and then the government becomes the regulator, the investor, the subsidizer, and the protector, favoring some companies over others. Mission creep is unavoidable. I'm out of time already. Great, so round two tomorrow. Now round two of the great debate over the proposition that it's unwise and economically dangerous for the U.S. government to purchase shares of America's vital industries. We'll start today with the side in favor of the resolution. Unfortunately, state-directed investments risk the same problems as state-run economies such as China and Russia: inefficiency, favoritism, zombie firms, slower innovation, and higher costs. The structural weaknesses mean a weaker economy and nation. No, we're not talking about a state-run economy. Companies will remain privately run. They'll still compete in free markets. They'll still seek profits and serve shareholders. As always, the government ownership will be limited and strategic. I started to say yesterday that if we let the government buy shares of our vital industries, mission creep is unavoidable. What starts as a strategic investment expands to other industries, perhaps all of them, seeking protection or favoritism. We've been risking that for years, just not with equity positions, that's all. From the railroads to NASA to the CHIPS Act, the government has been using industrial policy for years to build important sectors, and I see we're out of time. The third and final round tomorrow. Now the third and final round of the great debate. Is the U.S. government purchase of large shares of vital industries flirting with the things we oppose about China's economic and political system? The government has been giving away the store for years. We've been subsidizing vital industries and using industrial policy to favor them with no direct return on our investment. Now the taxpayers will own some of the businesses that we invest in. Future profits might even hold down future taxes. Sure, at the risk of shifting toward a government-run economy that's inefficient, risk-averse, lack of imagination and initiative like public education. Sorry, teachers, it's not your fault. Not entirely, anyway. We can avoid all that with safeguards, transparency, oversight, sunset provisions, clear limits. Strategic investments in vital industries can strengthen, not weaken, free markets. America's prosperity has come from competitive free enterprise, not politically infected government direction. Thinking we could both abandon and protect those principles sounds to me like a fool's errand. Thanks for watching The Great Debate.